to war and killed many more innocent civilians than officially reported. I'm meeting former U.S. Air Force drone operator Brandon Bryant. He's a fierce critic of the American drone program.
I have concern about how the drone community operates. I think that there should be independent investigations and transparencies about the responsible use of any weapon systems capable of killing another human being.
I was a little kid during World War II. And following the end of the war, of course, glory, bravery, patriotism instilled in me. And where do I go? Air Force. How'd you feel going in?
So when I joined the military, I really did it to serve my country. But when I got to the drone base, I didn't know what I was doing. They didn't tell me anything until I got there. They put me in a small theater with about 25 other individuals, and then they played a montage video of drone strikes. And Sergeant, after it's done, he's standing at parade rest, and he's like, your job is to kill people and break things. And I was just like, holy what am I doing?
What is it like flying a drone?
I was an MQ-1 Bravo Predator sensor operator, so I control the camera and the missiles. Like, that's my job. The pilot keeps the aircraft in the air, and basically we support one another. If you look out the window, actually, if you look down there, that's kind of the same paradigm view that we have. If there's a target to be attacked, they're like, okay, this is what's going on. Or you're gonna watch a person outside this guy's house. I mean, you're just waiting for an opportunity for them to get into a location, and you're gonna shoot them.
Do you know how many kills?
13 directly. My first shot, it was winter in the mountains of Afghanistan. I killed 3 people. 2 of them were obliterated into pieces, and one of them watched him bleed out and then watched an infrared become the same color as the ground that he died on.
Is there remorse or there like consternation?
I'm sitting there like, I just watched a man bleed out. I felt horrible. I wanted to cry. I felt, you feel this is what I just did, the adrenaline rush. I mean, it was all sorts of weird feelings.
On one mission, Brandon was given the orders to strike a house. Right after firing the missile, he saw what he believed to be a small child walking into the structure. But it was too late to abort. Technology has shifted the delicate balance between war and peace many times in human history. But drones might be the biggest disruptors yet, making war possible at merely the push of a button, and posing new moral dilemmas for soldiers thousands of miles from the battlefield. Air Force drone operator Brandon Bryant is sure he killed an innocent child who walked into the strike zone he had just targeted. His superiors insisted he killed a dog.
You get into that position where you just don't feel like you have any power to change anything. I felt the helplessness, and that is another sense of post-traumatic stress. I don't know how I survived it mentally or spiritually. It was hard.
Survivor's guilt.
Mm-hmm.
When Brandon left the service after 6 years, he received a certificate. It stated that over 2,300 people had been killed due to intelligence gathered on his drone missions. How did you feel when you saw that number?
Once I had that sheet, I recognized that the background noise in my dreams was a legion of ghosts. I was haunted by every tally mark on that piece of paper. It really hit home with how much we can know and how little we actually know of who these people are. Like, they're just numbers. They're just a tick in a database.
Successive U.S. administrations have maintained that drone missions are effective and reduce civilian deaths.
These strikes are legal, they are ethical, and they are wise.
But Brandon thinks America's increasing dependence on drones is fundamentally changing our attitude to war.
You know, I've heard all the justifications for doing what I've done. Maybe if it was used ethically or more responsibly, I could be okay with it. But we were just told our job is to kill people and break things. That's what we're going to do. And that doesn't sit well with me.
You think this is a worse way to fight a war than conventional warfare?
I think that we need to reassess how we're utilizing this technology, because it's so easily abused. You no longer need to train someone to go into combat. You just need to train someone to control a joystick and press the button and take another person's life.
Brandon thinks he's seen the future of war, and he doesn't like where it's headed. He dutifully completed thousands of hours of drone missions for the Air Force. But now, he has a new mission. He believes that by revealing the inner workings of the drone program, we can all come to understand the consequences of using such high-tech killing machines. With our ever-growing population and our ever-developing technology, humanity's long tradition of fighting over limited resources seems destined only to intensify.